communication, making sure your team isn't just showing up, they're getting the job done. When your employees clock in and out, everything syncs automatically to their timesheets. So all the hours you spent matching times and fixing mistakes are yours again. When it's payroll time, simply export the timesheets to your account.
It's hard for people to sit back and just enjoy and be happy for you. They want to also live exactly what you're doing. They want to come and fake work. Man, I want to come work for you. You ain't gonna work. You just want to come around and you want me to sponsor this lifestyle. Because a lot of times from our culture, everybody wants somebody to finance a lifestyle that you might not be living. I don't party, I don't go to clubs, I don't smoke hookah. You know what I mean? But I didn't look out for people and they gonna do some dumb shit, then they back at my door again.
But why is it that, like you said, you had people that you were cool with until you started making money, until $1 Million worth of game took off, and then all of a sudden, as long as we right here, Gillie and Wallow right here, and everybody else right here, we cool. Yeah. Hey, y'all, my dog, man, Wallow, that my dog. Wallow and Gillie go here, they still there. Wallow and Gillie go here, and you go here, and you go here. Man, I hate that.
No, not just that. People don't understand. First, once the money's cut off, then it's the time. You don't kick it with me no more. You fake. Yeah. No, bro, it wasn't about me kicking. It was just about the money. Sometimes it be that, but a lot of times, new levels, new devils, man. You gotta understand this. It get real deep. A lot of things change when you build an infrastructure. It's gonna be people that's gonna be like, man, Shane, I need you to do. I can't do that right now. I'm building my stuff.
Right.
Because people stop worrying about what you got personally. You don't have the people that hit you up. You all right? Everything cool? You taking rest? You know what I mean? You eating right? What's going on? You don't have that no more. It's just be about paper sometimes. And I ain't saying everybody about that, but
Juggling multiple client sites? Supercharge your productivity with AI made for agencies. Instantly create unique and compelling content. Improve existing copy. And shorten or lengthen text to fit the space. But that's just the beginning. Generate new site sections, including relevant copy, images, and suggested section layouts. Simply scan the website for missing SEO metadata. With just one click, easily add meta titles, description, and more to all site pages. Entire sites optimized in seconds. You can even add alt text to all of a site's images in one place. Launch sites in no time and deliver better client results with the power of AI. Build faster, better, and smarter with Duda.
I just got paid $60,000 for my car crash from using this app on my phone. And I don't know if you could see this, but it's called the Case Connect Compensation Calculator right here. And it's for $60,000 and I'm about to go cash it.
For those of you that don't know what Case Connect is, it's one of the largest settlement payout companies in the world. They developed this app that has helped over 140,000 people get paid huge checks after their car accidents. The app asks you 4 simple questions, then compares your car accident to millions of other accidents. Then it can tell you instantly if you qualify for a huge check like I got here. The first time I learned about this was 3 years ago from Angelo. So Angelo was in a bad car accident, lost his car, lost everything, and the insurance companies weren't trying to give him a cent. Angelo shared this video that went viral of him using the Case Connect app and getting a $120,000 check for his car accident in only 3 months. Unfortunately, I was actually in a car accident. I was stopped at a red light, and some distracted driver crashed into the back of my car. I hurt my back, totaled my car, and to top it all off, I had lost my job since I had no way to get to work. Luckily, I saw Angelo's video and I said I should try that. So I clicked the link to the app he used, and within a few
This season on Could Have Been Love.
Drewski and Ruby Rose are apparently in a real relationship.
Their relationship wasn't real at all. She is now claiming Drewski paid her.
Ruby is too rich for you to do that.
Drewski doesn't need to pay Ruby Rose to fucking date him.
Oh, shit!
It don't seem like he her type. She said he was funny and a nice guy. That says everything that I need to know.
Some people say money can't buy love. $50,000 can.
The hottest women in the world, all competing for the love of one man.
Come to Papa.
My man, where's my man? Drewski said he like him seasoned, baby.
I'm the Barbie that you can't play with.
Let's give him one first. Last 6 that night.
If I want it, he gonna eat it.
I'm here for $50,000.
See me now.
These other women ain't got shit on me. Drewski know that.
Big titty stud. Somebody gonna get slapped tonight.
Cause I'm really like that. I'm just having a strap with me.
Respectful, classy, elegant women.
A man building an empire cannot do it with a hood rat.
Now I got money now. Fuck, I gotta deal with this shit for, man. Right. Oh! Compete for my heart. I ain't say fight for it. God damn! This is a show about love. Put him in the mud. We gonna see who won squabble. Oh! Chill. I ain't doing no kissing yet. Ah! They just always say they want a country boy. They don't know what come with it.
I'm gonna suck your for the bag and make your clap.
Have fun in that swamp. Who's that gasolina? Hey!
I don't want to get in the middle of some freaky business that you got going on with all these girls.
I'm gonna bring you another rose later. There's no freaky.
Drew, I'm not into that.
Hold up. Like that. Hold it for 3 seconds.
As soon as I boarded the bus, I could tell the girls smelled hot.
I ain't gonna lie, it smelled like bounce that ass.
Yeah, it's like a swamp in that motherfucker, man. God damn. You say you a man, be a man now. Man up.
I think you need to continue looking.
I would agree with Nana.
If a gun was to your head, you gonna take the bullet?
Yes.
Stop thirsting for the white vagina.
Hey, there's some good white pink out here, man. I'm trying to convince you on it.
I need you to deal with the consciousness, Drewski. Stay with me.
I don't want to have sex with anybody at all.
I'm cool with a little creamer in my coffee.
Me and you left, I'ma f you up. Don't play with me.
Coulda, woulda, what we coulda been.
Turn around. She got like 2 meatballs in the back of her ass. Feel me?
My uncle, he taught me everything I know.
Do what the I said do is shut the up.
Get that camera in my face.
Who will win Drewski's heart and $50,000?
Oh, shit! It felt like love. I tell you that. It felt like love.
Piece of hot than a motherfucker, man.
Them for his own benefit. The more the trial progressed, the more his claims started to lose weight. The prosecution and the defense. The prosecution insisted that a real semi-auto.
Do you want a career in film and video? First Institute gives you the tools to enter the industry in less than a year. Through hands-on projects, you'll learn how to tell powerful stories.
This case has been one of the most high-profile.
ASAP Rocky. I'm good. Amazing Kelly. How are you?
I was in hip-hop recently. I actually made a video on it over 2 weeks ago, covering the charges, the courtroom drama, and the stakes for Rocky's career. For the past 3 weeks, the tension has been at an all-time high. After all, we're talking about A$AP Rocky, a very popular rapper in hip-hop. And on top of that, his wife is Rihanna, one of the most famous musicians on the planet, who also happens to be a billionaire. So with all eyes on Rocky, how did he manage to beat these serious charges? Let's break it down. This is what A$AP Rocky, whose real name is Terrell Efron, was claiming. According to Rocky, the incident took place on November 6, 2021, at around 10:20 p.m. near Vista Del Mar and Selma Avenue in Los Angeles. What started as a conversation between two former friends, Rocky and Relly, both longtime members of the ASAP mob, quickly turned into something much more serious. The two had reportedly been friends for over 14 years, but the tension between them had been building up for some time. That night, they allegedly agreed to meet near the W Hotel on Hollywood Boulevard to talk things out. Now, what happened that night? Well, according to Relly's claims, the meeting escalated quickly. Surveillance footage shows that when Relly arrived, Rocky was already waiting for him, accompanied by two individuals identified as ASAP Ills and ASAP 12V. Relly alleged that Rocky immediately became aggressive, confronting him and grabbing him by the
This nigga, come on, man. You just want some money, man.
It's like intro, hook, first verse, 8-bar hook, second verse, 8-bar hook, maybe a bridge.
collar of a sweatshirt. Ills attempted to break things up, trying to de-escalate the situation, but things only got worse. Then came the most serious allegation. Redley claimed that A$AP Rocky pulled out a black semi-automatic handgun and pressed it against his chest and threatened to kill him. Redley stated that after the initial confrontation, Rocky put the gun back in his waistband and walked away. However, Redley continued to follow him, still trying to resolve the issue. That's when, according to Redley, Rocky turned around and fired a shot at him from approximately 16 feet away. Redley said that he then felt a sudden pain in his left hand and realized his knuckles had been grazed by a bullet. After the shot was fired, surveillance footage allegedly captured Rocky fleeing the scene with ASAP 12V following close behind. Now, in court, prosecutors argue that surveillance footage backed up parts of Redley's version of events. showing the physical altercation and Relly moving behind, one of A$AP Rocky's associates to shield himself. Cameras on Vista Del Mar Avenue captured the sound of 2 gunshots, further supporting the claim that shots were in fact fired. We're gonna get to the contradiction of that later on, okay? Relly then provided 2 cartridge casings to the police, which he claimed he found at the scene about 52 minutes after the shooting. Based on this, prosecutors argued that there was enough evidence to proceed with the case, alleging that A$AP Rocky was guilty of assault with a firearm.
There's power in the word no. At University of Phoenix, there's no application fee, entrance exam, or obligation to enroll. We'll even request your transcripts at no additional.
Find the defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty.
So those were the charges that Rocky was up against, okay? And all this was based on A$AP Relly's claims. And this is what made this case so significant, right? Relly's testimony was the prosecution's strongest piece of evidence. In fact, his account of events made up the bulk of their argument against Rocky. With no physical injuries beyond a graze wound and no recovered firearm, the entire case essentially depended on whether or not the jury believed Relly's story. And that's something I wasn't really able to see initially when I dove into the story. But as the trial continued, it was evidently clear that A$AP Relly was a horrible witness. The court essentially saw him as a combative, evasive, and not so credible witness overall. Now, A$AP Rocky's defense tailored their story based on the evidence, which was the following: a grainy video showing that A$AP Rocky appeared to use a firearm, along with audio witness testimony of what sounded like gunshots. However, one of the biggest questions in this trial was the gun itself, or rather, the lack of one. Despite the serious nature of the allegations, no firearm was ever recovered, and that became a major point of contention between the prosecution and the defense. The prosecution insisted that a real semi-automatic firearm was used and that A$AP Rocky intentionally fired at Relly during their altercation. They relied heavily on Relly's testimony, where he in fact claimed that Rocky pointed a gun at him before walking away. When he shouted at Rocky, Rocky allegedly pulled the gun again and held it in the air. On top of that, a woman testified that she witnessed the shooting from the 7th floor of an apartment building. She said she saw a man fire a gun and then noticed someone go down. However, she wasn't sure if anyone was actually hit, which created some ambiguity in her testimony. And the prosecution, they presented the case as a clear-cut shooting incident, arguing that Rocky fired a real gun at Relly even though they never presented an actual firearm as evidence. Now, the defense countered this argument by pointing out a major contradiction. If the prosecution was so confident that Rocky used a real gun, then where the hell was the damn gun? Their case relied on a different narrative. A$AP Twelvey, who was with Rocky that night, testified that the gun was a prop from a music video set and that it only fired blanks. Another defense witness also stated that Relly knew the gun was fake and that the incident had been blown out of proportion. Defense attorneys suggested that Relly exaggerated the story for financial gain as he was pursuing a civil lawsuit against Rocky. In an unexpected move, Rocky's own lawyer, Joe Tacopina, admitted that Rocky was in fact the one caught on camera firing shots. But rather than denying it, the defense ended up flipping the argument, saying that the gun was a prop, okay, and not a real firearm, a key distinction that could change how the jury saw the case. At the heart of this trial was one major contradiction, and the defense finessed it to their advantage. The prosecution swore up and down that Rocky used a real gun, claiming that he intentionally fired at Relly. But here's the problem: they never found a gun. No weapon, no forensic proof, nothing. With no firearm present in court, no forensic evidence proving real bullets were fired, and 2 completely different stories, the jury had just enough reasonable doubt. And this is where the narrative flipped entirely, because Relly wasn't just seen as a victim anymore. He started looking like someone trying to play the system for his own benefit. The more the trial progressed, the more his claims started to lose weight. The prosecution had built their entire case around his testimony, but as each day passed, it became crystal clear that words alone weren't enough to convict Rocky, because the gun was never found. The physical proof of a shooting didn't exist. And then the witnesses who confirmed a real firearm was used, that was only Relly, right? And the defense ended up taking full advantage of this. They didn't need to make the jury believe Rocky did nothing wrong. They just had to make them question if the prosecution had truly proven their case, which they hadn't, and it was all based on what one guy said. And that's when they acknowledged that Rocky fired a weapon, but they reframed the entire situation. Instead of denying the event altogether, they painted it as something entirely different than what Relly claimed. A prop gun, a misunderstanding, an exaggerated accusation made worse by personal motives, specifically Relly's civil lawsuit against Rocky. And at that point, the case wasn't just about whether a shot was fired. It was